Hey guys, it's Patty with Patty's Food Reviews, cheapfoodreviews.com. Please check the link in the description. I'm back today doing a review for you guys. I know you've been asking me, when's the next video coming out? When's it coming out? It means so much. I'm going to try to put them out more consistently. I know it's been a little while, guys, but I got something great for you today. Highly talked about grocery store in the area here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Trader Joe's. Today we got California roll, very little ones. This actually costs only $2.99. For those of you that don't go shopping for grocery store sushi, sushi, especially like at Publix or like a big grocery store like that, usually goes for around $8.99. Like even the grocery store sushi. So this is a very value sushi option. All right, it looks like they might have a carrot in there. I don't know what that's all about, but we'll make it work. I also got a turkey apple cheddar sandwich. This was actually only $3.99. All right. Not exactly what I expected. Two things I do not like in a sandwich is seeds. The seeds on the bread. I know it makes it seem like it's artisan or more than what it is, but they're unnecessary. Also, it's some sort of weird carved turkey. I don't think this is like carved, off a turkey breast. I think this is like highly processed, but we're gonna make this work too. Got a question the other day. It actually wasn't in the comment section or a personal message. It was actually a question somebody asked me outside of this. They asked me how I felt about faith healers and does it work? All right, so let's dive into the food review, and I'm going to try to decipher that question. Let's give this a try. I'm already peeling bread off too, Brady. It's okay. It's dry, very dry. They have some sort of honey mustard on here, and the bread is filled with seeds. This isn't going to be a highly rated review by me, but we're still going to try it. So, to the faith healing thing, I'm going to open up the sushi. People always, this is a sore subject for some people because sometimes in the faith healing it can be a little sketchy because especially people that are really sick, terminally ill, they'll actually neglect treatment by doctors and actually go to the faith healers in order to heal them that way. And yeah, I don't agree with that, but in the same breath, it can do something to people to have, I don't know, some sort of, faith is a heavy word, but faith in something outside of yourself. As Western medicine is based on, faith within a doctor or faith within a doctor to know what's going on inside of you. So with a faith healer, you're looking for it on the outside, looking for it in a more abstract way. I still got nice water, still banging the value water. Okay, so actually I got an example of this. I had an experience. This was a long time ago, actually. We're actually going to go back to 2007, 2008. So much younger Patty, more, actually less impressionable. And place I used to work. It was a very strange office building. One of my friends, Ben, actually opened up a loan company for student loans, and he was getting paid a lump sum to get people to pay up on some of them and giving them back a percentage. It was scammy for sure. But the interesting thing about this building was it was shared by a law office and another loan service that was down the hall. They were a lot more professional than us. I mean, everybody in our office was, early mid-20s, worked the night shift, like to celebrate a little bit. So we'd always see these people. I didn't think anything was off about them. They wore suits and stuff, but you expect that. We expect that. So this sushi looks awful. I'm gonna do one and maybe be done. So let me see. We all used to share the break room together. It was like huge office. They had their own break room in the law office, I'm pretty sure. But the story's about a woman named Donna. She was a very nice woman. Every time we'd come in at night, she'd always greet me and my friend. She'd always ask us how we were doing, how's everything, stuff like that. There's something about this woman also. She was very open about what she was going through. She wanted you to be open too. That wasn't always the case with me. But she told everyone that she had cancer. Like everybody, like anybody who would come in, she'd tell them, I'm suffering from cancer. I've been suffering from cancer for nearly a decade. You can see how that can make somebody uncomfortable, especially when you first meet them and they give you that type of information. You can give your sympathy and let them know, I'm very sorry. You just show that you care a little bit, and that's what most people would do. So I was talking to my friend Ben one day, and I was asking him about the guys in the suits who ran the other loan company, and it turns out they were all Scientologists. Just to give you guys a little background, especially around here where I live in Florida, the Clearwater area, now in St. Pete, this area around here is a big hub for the Scientologists. And I think there's a headquarters in Clearwater, like the main one, just so you guys know that. Actually, my mother actually works for a company that was Scientologist, and she had some stories about them trying to convert her and doing tests and stuff like this. I always thought that was interesting. Back then, I would probably thought it was, pretty crazy. So anyways, it's a story about Donna and these people in the suits. One day, I always saw her talking those guys up, and they were very nice to her. Like these Scientologist guys, I don't know what you guys think of these people. You probably think they're fraudulent, and I don't know. There's always been a harsh idea about Scientology, and you guys probably know it from the South Park episode or whatever. But the people I met there were pretty cool. I mean, they weren't like, what, I don't know, they weren't, they were very open to everyone and pretty nice people and even funny. So just so you have that. And one day, okay, this is where the faith healing thing, I know that I'm long drawn on this one. The faith healing. Okay. So one day I go into the break room. I'm like, getting a soda. I drank soda back then, so I was like getting a nice soda, get me through the hump of the day, and it's awful sandwich. So I was getting a soda. Donna's in there with someone who she worked with in the law office. There was none of the guys in suits were there, the Scientologist guys. So she's sitting there. She's like, "How you doing?" I'm like, "Great, great. I'm just getting a soda." And she was an older woman. She was like, "Oh, that stuff's so bad for you." She was like drinking tea or something, which didn't make sense. Sweet tea. So I'm in there and her friend leaves. So, it's quiet. I wasn't very good at talking to people back then. Not that I am now, as you guys can tell from this video. But she asks me, do you do the healing? And I said, the healing? I thought she was actually telling me about like a book that maybe these guys, some Dianetics thing that they gave her a book to read. I think that's how these people work to recruit people. That's what I used to think, anyways. So I said, no, I don't do the healing. And she's like, I know you do the healing. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. And she goes, listen, John gave me the healing. And you're friends with Ben, right? And Ben, me and Ben have been friends for, even at this point, for probably 5 or 6 years. Yeah, I think so. So, Ben's, he's kind of like a bro. He's not into religion, but funny guy. She said, Ben gave me the healing. And I was like, the healing? She goes, yeah, well, you guys, in your organization. And I don't know what was wrong with me at this point. You know what? I kind of do. I might go into that in the future videos, but I'm not going to delve into what I was going through this time. But maybe later. She says, Ben healed me. And she goes, I know that you guys are able to do that. I just need a little to get through the day. And I was so interested. I don't know why I was doing this. I said, okay, what would make someone do that? So I go over to her and I'm like, John's only shown me how to do this once or twice. Why was I lying? I don't know. Was it to make this woman feel better? I'm not even sure. So I said, do I hold my hand over what? And she's like, oh, my chest. And yeah, nothing crazy. It was kind of like how somebody would use the Force, like in Star Wars or something, like just holding it there. So I'm in this break room with this woman, and I'm holding my hand over her chest, maybe around her heart. In my head, I'm like, maybe these guys were doing it like they're healing her heart. So I'm focused, and I'm like, she's not saying anything. She has her eyes closed, and she says, do you feel it? And I say yes. I don't feel anything. I mean, when you put your hand close to someone and don't touch them, you kind of feel body heat maybe. But I did feel something, so I'm like, yeah, I feel it. So she goes, I feel the tumor shrinking. Yeah. And I went along with it. I said, yeah, I feel a lot of heat here. She goes, yes, this is where they are. So basically, it lasted a couple minutes, and I just held my hand there. My hand was all shaky, probably sweaty, But, yeah, so Man, I feel bad telling this story all of a sudden, but there was a point to it. Okay, the faith healing. So, after this was done, she thanked me, she hugged me. She was a, very happy lady. She tells me, "Thank you so much. See, I knew you knew how to do it." And something was very weird about this whole interaction. And, fraudulent practice by Patty. So I get out of the break room. I actually forget my soda. I go back in there. Ben's like, "Where were you?" I'm like, "I was in the break room with Donna." And he says, "What, were you healing her?" And I said, "What?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Yeah, I did that the other day." I was like, "Dude, that felt really wrong. We shouldn't be doing that." He goes, "Well, they're doing it. They're not doing anything either." And that's kind of struck me. That not really magical powers or hope of something more than, just like hope within something outside of this world or outside of your own body, like I said before, to be able to help you. And maybe there can be benefits in that. I know that people have problems with the faith healers because they say they make people stop taking the treatment because they claim that they can take care of all of it. They can eliminate all the cancers or whatever your disease is. But just like on a broader thing, I know a lot of you people are like, it's a pretty bad thing to do to someone, but she honestly, it made her feel better. And me and Ben went on to talk about this. I'm pretty sure she knew we weren't Scientologists, but she still wanted us to do it. The moral of that being, sometimes it can help people so much to know that someone else feels what they feel, or just sympathizing with someone who feels, alone in their own struggles can really benefit people a great deal. And I don't even know what you would call this, some sort of psychic surgery that I performed on this woman. I think it helped her, at least for that day. So as far as faith healing goes, faith is a loaded word, but giving people hope and sympathizing with other people is very valuable. And I think that's where a lot of the benefits from stuff like that come from. It taught me, back then I was probably like a lot of my viewers here. I know you guys are a little younger than me. You say, "Patty, I'm a savage. I do not sympathize with other people. I do not depend on other people to feel what I feel. I feel it alone. I'll continue to feel it alone. And my own will push me through every day and push me through every scenario and situation." This is along the lines of what a younger Patty felt. That day didn't completely open me up to the thought of compassion and things like this, but it definitely opened my eyes to the power in that. So I'm going to try to wrap this up real quick. The sandwich is totally awful. Totally awful. The sushi, this is almost a food challenge. Imitation crab, it's soggy. It is a carrot. They have a pickled carrot within the middle of the sushi roll. Awful. I'm giving the sandwich, let's say, 2 out of 5. Everything was wrong with it. I don't enjoy any part of it. The cheese was okay. I'm not even a cheese fan. The sushi, it's almost inedible. I paid, 1/10 of what I would have been paying at a grocery store. I'd rather pay the full price at the grocery store than get this again. I'm giving this a 0.5 stars out of 5. There you go, Trader Joe's. I don't know why you all go there. It's a misconception that it's a bougie store. Somebody at work said that the other night. It's bourgeois. Not so much. Their food is so cheap, you're getting bad quality, usually. I know their frozen food, I had some of their frozen food, pretty good. Might want to go that route. I can give them credit for that. Their frozen food is very cheap, very good. Try it out. Lunchtime stuff, this type of stuff, do not do. Faith healing. I hope I covered enough of that. This story about me healing this lady's awful. But as far as not believing in faith or believing that you're all alone and no one relates to you, no one will sympathize with you is, I know a lot of people that are still living that way. I occasionally do. You don't have to be that type of person. I know there's atheists out there, and it wasn't always like this, but I know you guys get offended by quite a lot these days. It used to be the religious people, but I know atheists stand up for what they don't believe in, or whatever you want to say. But there was a great philosopher. I won't name drop on this channel. I'll just tell you he had a big handlebar mustache. He, one of his famous ideas was that sympathy was created by people who had everything. And the people that had everything wanted to sympathize or pity on people with less than them. And this not only made the people that had less than them work harder for them, but it also made them feel like they related. But this mustached man said that it was created by the people at higher standing, so they could look down more at the people below them with less money and more struggles. You keep telling someone, "Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay. You just had a hard time. You're going through hard things. Just relax. Stay good. Stay good." This is a way to hold people down. This was his idea. You got to throw a big pile of salt into that, especially considering at the end of his life he needed someone to feel some compassion for him, and he got what he asked for. No one felt anything for him. His family exploited him the final years of his life when he wasn't able to care for himself. Of course, people that read this guy now, that's all they do is sympathize with him because he has a voice for people that feel lost. Yeah, I think about that. Next time people are going through something and you can tell that they feel a little bad about it and they feel like they're going through it alone. Maybe you don't have to do what I did. You don't have to do any type of psychic surgery. You can actually just let them know that either you've been there or you can see how that could be a problem, and it could actually mean a lot to people, you might find. Okay, that was kind of a downer of a video, guys. Thanks for watching the review. Downer of food, too. This food was awful. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for the comments. Yeah, it's been a great month so far. Christmas is right around the corner. It's getting cool outside. I'm in Florida. It's cool outside. Yeah, so like, subscribe, share. Like I said, I'm going to make these videos more consistent. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, all right?